What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another day in the life. This is my cycle 8 rotation, so my second to last one. I was at Dr. Reddy's, which is a pharmaceutical industry. So yes, I would like to take you around on a day inside the office and everything, but that's technically intellectual property of Dr. Reddy's, so I was not allowed to bring my camera around, which I can kind of understand. But as we go through today, it is a Saturday. I'm just going to be telling you the daily tasks that I did and what my days were like while I was there. Yes, I am done. This is Saturday after I finished that rotation, and I'm on to my last one. But right now we have 2 weeks off from our rotations. Next week is prep week, where we have 3 days of, I think, 8 or 9 hours of lectures. That's Tuesday through Thursday, and then we have a spring break. But our spring break is a week after the actual Rutgers spring break, so pharmacy kids are on our own there. So today, it is again Saturday. It's the day before my birthday. I'm starting off the day typically how I would while I was on this rotation at Dr. Reddy's. I would wake up at 5:30 in the morning, a little later than usual, because I would start at 9:30 in the morning, which is pretty sweet. So right now, I have my protein mixture and Lucky Charms. As delicious as it looks, it doesn't look that good, but it tastes a lot better than it looks. I'm about to go to the gym right now. I am also today in Delran in my house, because yesterday we celebrated my birthday, because again that is tomorrow. Played Telestrations After Dark, which is the greatest board game of all time. So we're about to go over to the gym. I'm gonna eat this up, and that's gonna be the morning. My last rotation, the Dr. Reddy's rotation, was in Princeton, so I was staying in Nicole's house up in East Brunswick, but we are home just for this weekend. Also, we're going to go back and squat today. So I started low bar squatting again. As you can see, that may open up as I do it again, because I am squatting again today. So we're going to see how that goes. And the beauty of being home is we have the doggos. Kick the ball. So after breakfast, I would come down to the gym. I would usually finish breakfast around 6:15, watch some YouTube videos, and then I would try to get to the gym by 6:30. I would then have to leave at 9:15, because from that gym, Crunch in North Brunswick, it would be a 10 to 15 minute drive over to the office of Dr. Reddy's. The last gym that I was at, I switched gyms again. So it was Crunch North Brunswick. It had 1 squat rack and 3 Smith machines, which tells you a little bit about the gym, but they let me use my bar there and bring it in, so I really can't complain.
Shake that thing, bitch. Can I shake that thing, bitch? Can shake that thing, yeah. Da-da-da-da. Join it on the river. Woman, get busy. Just say that I'm doing that stuff when the beat drop. Just get shaking and get it. Get drunk up, forget it. Anything you want, we gotta talk to the dick. But don't take with it. Want to see a jet lag on the rhythm. Oh my God, I'm a living top about electricity. Like, how about it, yeah, do you know? When you don't know your destiny. Yo, sexy ladies want power without.
Alright, so now that the workout is done, typically right now I would drive over to work. So it would be, I would try to get there around like 9:30, then put on all my like work clothes right there. It's a big building that Dr. Reddy's owns, and they have another office building that's shared with like 3 or 4 other companies. I think they're typically like 3 floors, but I was near the call center. So they try to keep that not in the same building as their actual like main office. So that's where I would work. It's only like a 15-minute drive from the gym. So, but today, me and Nicole, we finished at the gym. We just stopped at home to do some important things. Hey, Mop!
Are you filming, my God?
And now we're gonna head over to what's gonna replace the office today. So we went to the flea market that's in Willingboro, because this is where my parents got our newest dog, Chloe. So Nicole really wanted to check this place out. My mom said they had some husky puppies. So we're just taking a little adventure. It's a Saturday, and we're gonna see this pet store. Oh, all right, so we found Pet Palace, but we are not in luck.
Oh my my gosh.
Wait, it's Saturday. Stop it. Well, that's some bad luck. They're just not open this weekend, these 4 days that we decided to come over and see it. So I guess it was a fun day at the office. So yeah, that was a little bit of a fail, but what'd you think of the Grand Marketplace, Nicole?
That shit was so not safe. Like, I didn't feel safe at all walking through there.
Yeah, it's in a little bit of a rough area, but they do have a dog store. They do have a dog store, and that's where we got Chloe, and she's a pretty solid pup. But yeah, we were looking at dogs yesterday, and the one that you're looking at right now is a what?
A Keeshond?
Keeshond. So it's kind of like a super fluffy thing. I'm gonna put a picture of it right here, but it's a super cute fluffy thing. But with me and Nicole probably traveling a lot next year, especially when we get our house, we're not gonna be around that often, and it's not like a husky that would terrorize our place and needs like 3 hours minimum of activity a day. So probably a chill first dog would be good. So that's what we're looking at right now. Check out this license plate we just found. I'm for you to envy. Probably the best one I've ever seen. All right, so we are back. Wait, hello. So we're back from the marketplace, but let's talk about my rotation. So I was at Dr. Reddy's, which is, again, pharmaceutical industry. It's different than my other ones, which are typically hospital or dispensing roles. So we already have the products, we already have the pills, and then what we do is give it to patients. But pharmaceutical industry is they're making the pills. They are not necessarily the place that I was at makes the pills, but they do all of the medical information with it. They're planning releases, they're doing advertising. A lot of those things is what I was working with. So I was with medical information and pharmacovigilance. So again, there was a call center. So pharmacovigilance typically deals with a lot of the adverse events that are called in. The call center was literally right next to where my office was. So sometimes I would be able to shadow people. They're getting calls if someone says, hey, I'm feeling like I have a headache and I just started taking this medication. They have to record that and it has to be reported and sent to the FDA in time. So I was there. That was some of the things I did. I got to shadow the call center, which was pretty cool. I also got to sit in a lot of meetings that had the multiple, I guess, directors of each part of Dr. Reddy's. So in pharmaceuticals, it's typically going to be your regulatory affairs, and those people pre-check your work before it's sent to the FDA, because the FDA is always going to say if your advertising does not put enough, it's just only talk about the benefits of your product, but you also have to show the side effects and the risks in the same display. So say your font 10 or say your font is like size 24 for the benefits. You can't have all your risks and side effects in font like 8 at the bottom. It has to be like pretty equivalent in showing both. So regulatory affairs, they pretty much pre-check your work and they play FDA pretty much for the company. So they're gonna tell you if marketing is like doing something they shouldn't do. What I was more so working with was medical info. So we're making sure that the efficacy and the effect of all the drugs that we're talking about in these advertisements are correct. So if we're saying like this drug has this response or this is treated to do this, and we also have to make sure that all of the side effects and everything are all like cited. I'm covered in dogs right now. But yeah, so those are some of the things I would do. We would sit into like marketing meetings. We would have these meetings which like with regulatory affairs, we would have medical info, we would have medical writing, we would have everyone, and we would talk to the advertisers, and we would be launching a website or a script for marketers when they call doctors, stuff like that. Those were cool meetings. So I got to sit in a meeting of us putting together a new website for a new upcoming product. And it was really cool seeing the way that Dr. Reddy's is also mainly they focus on generics. They also do have some branded. So generics are pretty much, once a pharmaceutical product is put on the market, that is a brand name, it's going to be new. It has a certain amount of time where it's exclusive and no one else can make that product. But once that goes away, after a certain amount of years, then generics can come out and they're going to be a lot cheaper. The reason why brands are so much more expensive is because they paid all of the research and development to make that product, and it's usually pretty expensive. I think in class we were told it's about $1 billion to make a new product. So that's why brands are so expensive and generics can be so cheap, because they also already passed that exclusivity, and these generic companies pretty much get to skip out on all the R&D that had to go into making these new products. So it was really cool to see that standpoint and be in a company that was focused on generics. So what I would do is I would come in, I would go sit in my office. I had a sweet triple display. I had my work laptop and I had two extra displays. And I would do like work on spreadsheets. I did 2 presentations. One was on nutritional interventions for chronic diseases, which I thought was a really cool presentation. I went into like ketogenic diet and its effect, that it can be beneficial in some cancers and why. And that was a fun thing that they allowed me to do. It was more nutrition focused. I also did a second presentation that was on levothyroxine. They said pick a drug and then present on it, because I have my NAPLEX coming up, my licensing exams. So they wanted me to already pre-study for that and really get to know levothyroxine. That's pretty much what I would do at Dr. Reddy's, and it was cool. This was my only industry rotation, which is a lot different than, again, the hospital or dispensing roles that a lot of pharmacists go into. To be into pharmaceutical industry, typically you would do a fellowship after, similar to a residency where you are kind of learning on the job. They're teaching you on the job, and you are not making, I guess, like your full income or salary while they teach you. And then after 2 years, then hopefully you get picked up by another company, or you stay at that same company and they offer you a position. And it's a different kind of pharmacy feel. So again, there's so many things you can do with a pharmacy degree. There's a variety of different aspects you can go into. So it was cool that I got to see this side, this perspective of pharmacy. Yeah, today's Saturday though, so I'm actually not in the office, and I couldn't record in the office or do this day because it's technically me like showing the office and like the functions of the company is intellectual property of Dr. Reddy's. So that's why I am sitting on the couch in my house and playing with my dogs, and we're doing a video here. But yeah, for the rest of the day, me and Nicole, we already took some L's today because that puppy store was closed. Probably going back up to her place. And since my birthday is tomorrow, we're hitting Dave & Buster's tonight. Alright, so it's about 5:30. This is about the time we get back during those work days. Right now, I would get to doing some of my work on the computer, being that the client emails, if I have time to get some YouTube stuff done. So right now I'm editing Nicole and Nate's review of the Enlightened ice cream. Speaking of that, because I am doing ice cream every day, on this cut, here's the cookies and cream, which was one of the favorites of this release. Nate and Nicole put it as their top 2, and it was in my top 3, so I definitely recommend that one. It tastes like just your regular cookies and cream, like Turkey Hill or any of that. But on days when I get home from work, usually around this time, it would be do some work, email stuff, and because I'm waking up a little later, at like 5:30, instead of usually like 4 or maybe 4:30, I get to stay up a little later to play Overwatch, which I've been playing a lot recently. And just doing other things that I work on. That's pretty much what I do up until this time before dinner. I'm going to show you what we have, and today, because it is Saturday, we will be going to Dave & Buster's pretty soon, so I got to shower and get ready for that.
That's probably, look at who surprised me for my birthday. Nate has space shoes. Whoa. Are those Nikes?
They are. Check out this buckle.
What the shit?
Point. It's magnetic.
Wow. Dude, those are like from Back to the Future.
Dude, they are.
So Kenny came up to our car because we were supposed to pick him up, and he said that he had to go upstairs and pick up a jacket and invited us to come up, but he was already wearing a jacket, so then I got a little suspicious, but we went up and then everyone was surprised us, so it was really cool. So thank you, Nicole. And now we're off to Dave & Buster's. So look at everyone who made it out to tonight. Bottomless steamed broccoli.
Hi everyone. Hi friends. My few friends in life. And Brandon. We're at Red Robin right now too, and Nicole just found
Bottomless steamed broccoli.
bottomless steamed broccoli. No charge for a sub, so I'm gonna get that. We got another one.
This could be stacked. You don't know that.
Teriyaki. Bottomless broccoli.
So we just got back. It is 2 in the morning, but technically it is daylight savings, so it is really 3:30 in the morning. But Dave & Buster's was awesome, and it was awesome to see a lot of my friends that all made it out tonight, so thank you to them. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for checking it out on my birthday. I'm now 24 years old, and I hope you enjoyed the video kind of talking about what I do in a day of my previous rotation. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.